Why you should create content around what you do for monetary compensation. And I got the 10 reasons listed right here of why you haven't started yet. What's going on? I'm Ian Ryan Kirk, and I've been exactly where you are. I've been sitting there thinking, why do I want to create any type of content around what I do for a living? And let me share you what I've learned over the last 12 years in the next 5 minutes. Trust me, this little video is going to change your life. Now, who am I? Well, I could flash you up a bunch of stuff, different bank accounts, stuff like that, assets that I've owned, things that I've accomplished in business, but I'd rather do something different for you. I'd rather just show you here on my screen something different. Now, this was the lifestyle that I've been living for the last 12 years. And I built up a fairly big social media following. I was actually doing little sponsored gigs and shit like that. It's kind of stupid, but I wanted to show you these pictures right here. And I was able to live a fitness life, play in the snow, bike all the time, and play on the water. Now, let me ask you a question. Out of those four, there's a ton of people that do a lot of those things, right? There's lots of people into fitness. There's lots of people that are into snow sports. There's tons of people into bikes. And there's a lot of people into water sports. Guess which one I chose to make content about? None of them. Yeah, I made content about flying. And I'm going to guess if you're watching this, the high likelihood is that you actually do fly since you've been following me for a while. But the mass majority of people don't do that sport. And when I look back over the different posts that I've made and things I put out on social media, my first over 1 million TikTok was me helping a girl that almost broke her leg trying to get on a ski lift because she didn't know how to ski. And then I taught her how to ski and we documented it. And she wasn't from the United States. I think she was from Southeast Asia. It was the first time she ever seen snow. And people loved it. It went viral. There was 1 million views like that. Now, why? Because it was a relatable story and people could see themselves in her shoes. So don't put things out there that aren't solving someone's problem and aren't relatable. Because if they're not solving someone's problem and they're not relatable, nobody's going to watch, no matter how cool the view is. Because trust me, if you look at these pictures, I've seen some pretty good views and they have like 300 views. And it's probably just my mom rewatching it over and over and over again. So I actually took the time to do some research and looking at why people over 40 don't start YouTube. And we're just going to go through these real quick because I'm running out of time on this Loom video. Now, there's technical issues. You don't need any technical issues. This video is not edited at all. All you need is a phone. These phones shoot way better than even like good cameras like a few years ago. Now, content creation and finding a niche. Now, this is super important. What you want to think about is what have you struggled with that you've gotten over that you could help someone else. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just sharing what I've done over the last 12 years on YouTube and why it didn't really work because I didn't have relatable content and I didn't solve anyone's problem. So moving on, monetization. This is the question I get all the time. Don't worry about it because here's the thing. Don't worry about what YouTube's going to pay you. If you develop a good audience, guess what will happen? You can make them offers. And when you make them offers, you can actually sell your solutions. So every little YouTube video can essentially be a little commercial, like a little infomercial for you. Now, personal and psychological barriers, those never go away. And balancing the YouTube lifestyle, just document what you do. Like if you build out vans, document it. If you show people how to play the guitar, document. All right, so after balancing your life, the next one we got here is age-related concerns. Here's the thing. 20% of the people watching YouTube are over 55 now. Like, that's pretty much the demographic. So why wouldn't you want to relate to your peers? It's not just a bunch of kids. Now, if we were talking like TikTok or Snapchat or something like that, maybe you might have a point. But long-form video content, not at all. You need to start posting on YouTube. So let's see. Fear of sharing. You know what? Why don't you just pull your phone out right now, okay, and tell it all the reasons why you've never started before. And then at the end of that video, just say, I'm over it. I'm not scared anymore. I'm just going to post this. and start your journey there. The movies are filled with heroes' journeys. Like, you didn't start watching this video because I told you, like, I'm the best on YouTube. No, I've struggled. And I know why I've struggled. It's not the algorithm. People can blame the algorithm all they want, but they need to change that word to audience. The audience isn't into what you're sharing. Maybe you won't be into maybe you won't be into this. I don't know. But at least I'm trying to solve a problem. I did research on it. I found the 10 most pressing problems that face people when starting a YouTube, and I thought I'd make a video about it because I could relate to all of them. So here's the other thing. The technical curve. If you can use one of these phones, you can post to YouTube. Uncertainty, what's this? Uncertainty of content and direction. Okay, this one was kind of like repeated, and then we're going to get to monetization here. But one of the things that I wanted to talk about is how to find a niche, and right here, this one. So to know what to talk about, you just have to identify a struggle, problems that people have. And if you can bridge that gap from where they are to where they want to be, no matter what it is, people are going to tune in. So if you can get them to their designated or their destination in a shorter amount of time, with less of their effort and less of their sacrifice, and you can provide them with a higher likelihood of achievement, they're in. Now, going back to monetization, when you get an audience, you can teach one to many. But guess what many have? Many want one-on-one coaching. Many want more expertise. That's when you can make an offer to an audience. So that's what I've been helping people do. And if you have any questions about that, down in the description, you can get a hold of me. You can join a free community, talk to other people inside there. You can go to my website, book a call. All of it's right down there. But the most important thing is just start. Like, Google did this study in 2020, and this study was across their entire platform. And what they found, and I'm going to do a video actually on this concept, but what they found is that for people to make an online purchase, they had to familiarize themselves with the person and the offer for approximately, on average, 7 hours. And it had to be through like 11 different channels, meaning like 11 different video topics, meaning maybe 11 different forms of content. But that's how people actually made the choice to raise their hand and purchase or step forward. And that's why you should make content about what you do for monetary compensation. Because if you just make it about the things that you do for fun, like I have for years, you're going to make a lot of other people a lot of money. But if you start making it and solving problems for people that are in your relatable niche, it's an exponential curve. Content keeps getting views over years and years and years. Like and subscribe.